Asheromoro Kashia Makura Marakai. Jehovah Nisi Jehovah Yah. Najeromoro Kashika Remarikashia Makua Nakaya Makua. Usheromori Kashia Mua Naraka Shekushi. Najeromori Kashia Mua Naraka Shekushi. Wherever you are, begin to pray that you don't go in your dreams. A lot of people are there to attack evil. Learn how to wake up and pray. When you know them that are there to attack evil, my calling, you will remember that evil. Most of them are evil. Then they are around me to take me down. I know what they said behind closed doors. A lot of them are out there waking up to wait for me wherever I go. I know they were there to attack me. And God knows that my God is above the surface. Nothing will happen except that they will eventually go down. When they go down, remember God said so. Let us begin to wake up and pray. May God begin to take them out of my bed. May God begin to take them out of my mind. May God begin to take them out of my sight. A lot of them will go, and they will go back to what they never expected. As they were there to attack, my God knows. A lot of people were there calling everything just to take me down. I knew many warned me around Brixton. I knew some of them are there waking up to look like mermaids, looking like they have a church. When you look at them, you see Draculas. I will take those beasts that never had a city down to hellfire where they belong. A man called Jehovah went to many to attack me. That guy never knew me. They took my prayers, but even invited me to his building. He was there to take a look at my calling. I will take the Yorubas down to hellfire where they come from. None of them will ever make it. The vipers around here will vanish. The witches and wizards around here will vanish. All will remember everything they said were written down. I will write down my report. That report will take their secrets out of the oven where they never had no place. I will take them down to where they were to talk about taking me out. A man went to John Featherstone to say, make sure you remove her, as if John Featherstone has every power, even around his own building. They never loved him. That guy never knew me. They took my prayer, they returned. The moment I pushed, I was single, he returned to send me a request. I blocked him. I know the brethren are everywhere. No one knew he could have been around those wizards in Mitchell, around Tooting, around Wimbledon. I will take them out. Come what may. Whatever they do behind closed doors will come to light. When you are there to attack me, I will remind you that Cornelius never lied with. Those that were there to attack their buildings, I will pray against them and against the entire family. Never to rise no more. When you don't rise, you remember you pushed me so low for you to rise. My calling is silver. God came and anointed me not day by day. You all rush back there thinking when you say hello, sir, he was going to impart anything around. No, he never liked my disclosure. When he was dragged to the mall, it was your type that took him there, not me. The moment I said there was no rape, no force, but they were all adults. They came back to attack. Most of the silly priests there were there, praying for him to go back to jail. Just 45 pounds can be around him. A man took nothing but took my money basket. I never asked you for 45 pounds, you couldn't. I never knew that. But some people were there to invite me to go there. I said, no. If the form is online, I will fill the form. You all rush by thinking I start. No, you start. Your fathers never ate well. And that pushes you so low. I know you are there watching. A lot of you are in America thinking you own the earth. When you go down to your grave, you remember. I knew Oprah is watching. I said something around Vauxhall that went to America, so they know how to spread the news too. Not just around you. I know she could have been there, taking more blame for being around the hooligans around me. Who was there to rubbish that place? That will be another story that will come out, and nobody will ever escape it. That every pit pushed me to. I will disclose everything that could have been there hidden. They never allowed us to go. A woman there wasn't even a Christian. Who cares? I don't care. Whether you take from north, south, east, or west, I don't care. I care less. Don't expect me to push the whites down, or the Asians down, or the blacks or Africans. I favored all. But then you were there to cast. If you cast me, you take more casts back to your entire business. The lady was there casting just because she knew I knew her secret. A lot of people were there taking my prayers, but I never disclosed my message. They are now thinking like they can see. No, you can see, but there's nothing to bless the soul. That is witchcraft. When there's a calling, there's solution. For God is healing the sick. That God will take me out of your homes. And that God will take me to where people are greedy for that which is holier than food. Everyone is there looking like the Pope is going to hellfire or hell. Who cares? He was there talking about that. When I begins to be hit, I gave it as it is. I never knew who was coming up. I spoke before the inauguration. I said, whoever is going to come up there, I was going to say everything that they do behind closed doors. And it came to pass that guy never hated less. Every human being around him knew he pushed them so low, just like they did to him. That guy will vanish. He must surely go. When he comes to the pastors, you are happy. When he goes to your mosque, you will remember. A woman was around me casting, but when she saw me, she bowed. I know you are there looking like wizards. If you cross me, that will return to your kids. Your children will cross even more. Your wombs will shut down. A lot of you will remember. If you come to my door again writing about your assets or your inspection. Around the fire, you will remember you ransacked my home and stole my money. That money must surely return, or you will take more castles. I will list down every name they use to cast. But some of them here never use the same name in another address, which means that they are the fraud. Don't cover your fraudulent acts. God knows who you are. The police are searching. And the police could have been there talking about it before I said it. I allowed the police to do their investigation. That's why I kept quiet. They know I said the truth. But then that truth could have been there before I got it home. But they were there stalking. I knew I said something to a cleaner around 8 Mashko. Who cares who you are? Who cares who you are? You don't look my colorless. The day were there canceled. The hooligan called Cecile looked like a goat. He was behind this crowd. Any guy that looks West Indies or whatever above, or beneath, or above, or beneath, can be around my bed. If you call me a prostitute, I will make sure even your children will begin to lick your private parts in the book. They will have more babes in their home. Until then, let it be a curse that will follow you all today. The moment they were located, they started cursing me again. I don't care what you do behind closed doors. I done some counseling, I done some ministration to those that say they are pastors. A lot of them are like taking my prayers and got healed. They never testify. I will push those sicknesses back less. The God will be there to tame them. For many are talking, many are now confessing. But who cares? God take all them all down to their stomach. They will eat no more. They will eat no more. Makusha kura maraka shikoshi. How?